Hello, how are you? Now, do you see something in my background? They are jacaranda trees, or in Spanish, some people call them jacaranda, but in English, jacarandas. Well, jacaranda trees have these kind of a purplish, bluish, purplish blossoms before the leaves come out, just like someyoshi no kind of cherry blossoms do. Um, well, let me see the origin of jacaranda. The jacaranda, I think. Well, they have the festivals in Australia, sometimes November. That's called Jacaranda Festival or something like that. But they don't say the origin. Oh, that's American continent. I thought maybe that was from Africa, but I'm wrong. They're from American continent, kind of a Southern America, uh, Central American countries or South American countries like Brazil, Costa Rica, Mexico. But these are coming from Los Angeles, and there are uh, several streets that I know along the side of the streets are filled with jacaranda and about this time of the year, and they are just so beautiful. I like them too. And apparently in Japan you can see them in Izu Peninsula in the Kanto region, and perhaps in like near Atami city area, perhaps in Okinawa. I'm not so sure, but there are not many jacaranda trees there. But of course, you have more popular ones, like someyoshi no kind of cherry blossoms, but also these are called jacaranda. So those jacarandas are so beautiful, and the jacaranda blossoms are so beautiful, if not even better than some years. No, I think they are equally beautiful, but I just love them. And some blossoms are kind of bluish, some of them are reddish or pinkish, some of them are purplish. Okay, today's idiom, the first one is two figures. I'm sorry, it figures. That's a kind of like a saying, kind of like a, it seems likely, or, oh, reasonable, or, oh, that's typical, the kind of expression, oh, it figures. For example, since Gloria was left in charge of the business while her boss was ill, she expects a good bonus. Oh, well, it figures that you can say. Or, okay, when I told Greg that my secretary resented being passed over when raises were given, he said, it figured. So something like that. Oh, I see. Of course. Oh, that's natural. Oh, that's typical, that kind of expression. Next idiom is to fill one in, somebody in. It means to inform or give background information. For example, okay, I'm supposed to meet the head faculty advisor of your university tomorrow, as a matter of fact. So, tell me what kind of a person she is. Please fill me in. That's like that. Like, give me more background or information about her. Then you say, fill me in. Or not having been to the convention, the meeting, big meeting, important one, my associate asked me to fill her in because she missed all the good information or about the new textbooks or businesses, etc. So she doesn't understand anything what she should do after the conference finished. So she said, hey, can you fill me in because I need to know some of the information which I missed because I didn't go to the convention or something like that. And I said, okay, sure. Oh, you are probably busy eating at McDonald's and you missed the conference and you knew that I was going to provide you with the information. So you asked me to fill you in. Oh, it figures. Okay. The last idiom for today is to make one tick. Make somebody tick. It means to motivate that person. For example, okay, if I knew what made my students tick, I would be able to help them much more in learning English, of course. But of course, sometimes you don't know anything about it. You just meet them and try to figure out what kind of students they are and what they need. Sometimes that doesn't mean that they like that. But I try providing the best, well, as best as I could to help them improve their language skills. Because I know how to help them improve. Yet sometimes students don't know. So they wanted to do whatever pleads them. Sometimes so difficult, Okay, the last sentence I would say, yes, it is difficult for me to figure out what makes my new class tick. Sometimes it takes time to figure out what I should do to make my students tick or get motivated. Okay. Now, today's word. The first one is awesome. It means causing or showing great fear or wonder or respect sometimes. For example, the towering Mount Fuji covered with white snow is beautiful, right? So I would say that's an awesome view. Let's say, okay, the atomic bomb was awesome achievement for human beings of the world. That means fear, scared, dangerous. Or I can say, well, hardworking students at university or colleges have such an awesome amount of work, study, to complete before their graduation. That's true. I did that too when I was a student. Very busy. Job, working to make money. In the meantime, you have to study, research. a lot of homework and preparation for the classes and the reviewing, preparing for the tests, examinations, writing paper, the essays, synthesis, and reports, just so much. But I enjoyed that, and I wish I could go back to any university to study something completely new. Well, but before that, I have to make money to make my living first. Alas. Okay. The next word is guide. Like a person who shows a way, what to direct, what to manage, like tour guide or a guidebook, or people who provides the guidance, and sometimes they call it guide. For example, let's see. Yes, I took a job as a tour guide. That's part-time, of course, when I was a student, in Paris, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and even in Sydney. Those 4 cities, I was quite good because I lived there. So the good thing about it, sometimes they pay you with cash. That is good. And they buy your lunch, or they sometimes, send me off to the taxi stop, and I can take a taxi going back home from their hotel or something. If the customers are generous. Stingy customers, oh, you don't want to even go near them, Okay. For example, the African person guided the hunters through the jungle or something like that. The last word for today is quench. It means to put an end to something, or drawn or put out. For example, do you know the foam, like a foam can quench an oil fire or something like that. So sometimes spray, well, fire distinguisher comes, they gives a lot of foam to, so like wrapping around the fire to turn off the fire. Or, okay, cold, fresh mineral water will quench my thirst on such a hot day like today. Or for you, cold beer or iced tea. For me, cold, fresh cold mineral water would do that. Okay, the last sentence. She reads and reads to quench her thirst or her hunger for knowledge. That some people, like when I was little, I just loved looking at the special pictures of paintings or encyclopedia to read, or looking at those illustration, photographs, etc. Just because I wanted to know so much. Today, because I have very bad and weak eyesight, I rather listen to a news or some narrative instruction than read it myself. Oh, well. Anyway, that's all for today. Take care of yourself and a happy June for you. Bye for now.